If you are a sports fan and you love your team, and who isn't, you've got to check out Fanatics.com. Fanatics is the best place for fan gear from the game's most trusted brands, authentic fan gear from the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, NHL, NCAA college football and basketball, jerseys, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, collectibles, and more. It's the world's largest collection of official fan gear from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Official, licensed, everything. Go to Fanatics.com for gear and show your love for your teams this season, because at Fanatics, love never loses. Joining me here now on the Rich Eisen Show is the man who led that noise you heard yesterday was Rapaport's delight beating Revis and Butthead by a solid 23.5 points in fantasy football. Michael Rapaport. Good to see you, sir. How are you?
Good to see you. And that's without my man Rudolph going tonight. The game is done.
So you still have
I might just put him on in a lineup.
Now, this is a question I have for you, sir.
Just to do it. Say, I got to beat you with one less player.
See, now that's one thing to do. Last night, I've been playing fantasy football for almost a decade. Okay. I have never had a moment where I'm down by 5.6 points. Okay. I think it's right around there. But less than 6 points, 5 and change. Never had a garbage touchdown with less than 10 seconds scored on my behalf.
Thing of beauty.
Ever.
Thing of beauty when it happens.
When Travis Kelce scored in the middle of the night.
Yes.
On Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
In a seemingly meaningless touchdown.
Meaningless for him, not for you.
Correct.
Meaningless for the Chiefs. Meaningless for the 17 or 18 people left in the stadium when it's pouring rain. But not for you, Rich.
Correct.
I know what you're talking about.
Now, here's my question.
It's a thing of beauty.
It isn't it?
God bless you.
Thank you. So I'm up by point.
Did you feel blessed when you woke up?
I said to myself, this is the greatest moment after my wife and the birth of my children, you know?
Yes. How many kids you have?
3.
So like after like the second one, the third one, it's like,
No.
I mean, you're glad that the kid comes out healthy, but Travis getting the touchdown, late at night.
That's as good as it comes. Yes.
Right? And not that you're playing favorites with the kids.
No.
You know what I'm saying, though, right?
So this was an incredible moment for me. But here's my conundrum, Michael Rapaport. I have in my back pocket for tonight, I'm just up by 0.6 points. I've got the Vikings defense, which, as you know,
they're going to get points.
You never know, though.
You never know.
If the Giants and Eli light it up in a way that say we did not know Atlanta was going to light up one of the best defenses in the NFL last year, this week, to the tune of almost 1,000 yards of offense.
Yes.
Didn't know that. You know defenses can score negative points. Just one minus
one. It ain't going to happen tonight. Not with that Vikings defense. They had Aaron Rodgers running for his life.
And Cam, too.
They didn't just sack Cam Newton. There's a play. I don't know who it did. He didn't just sack him or throw him to the ground. He body slammed him. And whoever it was is a good red-blooded American goon. I like that guy. I want to meet him. I want to know who he is. But you're going to be fine. The Vikings. I have Eli and Odell going tonight, and I have the Vikings defense
in another league.
But you're going to be fine with the Vikings defense
because
they're going to get you some points.
I could bench them. I could bench them and create a major controversy within my league.
Don't get cocky, Rich. I could get cocky. My game's done. Get those points. You'll get at least.
My game is done if I bench him. It's finished. It's over. I'm up by 0.5 points.
The other person doesn't have any?
No,
it's
over.
No, then you got to run it up for points in the league. Now, this isn't the league that me and you are in together, is it?
It is not the Jerry Cantrell League, no.
Which is a charity league.
Correct.
And I'm playing you in a week.
Next week. Not this coming week, but week 6 in the National Football League.
Now, I'm telling you right now, even though it's a charity league, I'm going to try to bury you for charity. I'm telling you right now.
So heartwarming, Michael.
I'm just letting you know, I don't care that it's charity. Like, it's not going to be funny games.
In fantasy, it is on.
Yes.
I agree with you.
It's on.
It is totally. How many fantasy leagues are you in?
I'm in 3 this season, which is the most I've ever been in. And this is actually my first year flying solo because my son and his friend, who are now 14 for the first 2 years of my fantasy football career, they made all decisions. I was just the owner. They were the GMs.
They were the GM. You delegated the game day roster as well as draft day to your son and his friend.
Yes, but they made all the decisions. But because they were so good, we got kicked out of my main heart and soul league, which is the Howard Stern League. They voted a 14-year-old and his 14-year-old friend no longer could control my team. So what they did...
What do you mean? Who did that?
Listen, who did it? The animals over at the Howard Stern Fantasy Football League, okay? That's who did it.
I want names of
Gary
the animals.
Delabonte.
Baba Booey.
Fafafui. Him, and the rest of the cronies. Matthew Berry. The whole group. John hit him with the hind.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you hit him with the hind?
I don't do that. I don't give them free pub. I'm not going to say hit him with the hind. I want you to beep out when I said Baba Booey.
Okay.
To me, he's just gorilla face. Okay? But they voted me out. But in what they thought they were going to do is bury me. They created a fantasy football monster.
Sort of like Brady being suspended.
Yes.
Now he's pissed. Don't poke the rattlesnake is essentially what they've done with you.
Yes. I don't really like the comparisons to Brady because, I'm a Giants fan. and I realized yesterday, Ben Affleck and the rest of the Boston cronies, and they thought that they were going to go 16-0 again.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, it's not happening. It was proven yesterday. And what I really want to happen is that for them to lose their first week, Brady's first week back, to really throw things off. It probably won't happen versus Cleveland, but if it did, I would go on your behalf.
Yes.
If you send me to the Patriots press conference,
yes.
I'll go and I will ask Bill Belichick the hard questions about the quarterback controversy, and I will make him give me an answer. So I'm trying to find someone to send me. You don't have to find me first class, just coach and give me a press pass.
What would your first question be?
What's up with the quarterback, Bill? And he'd be like, I'd say, I'm just a guy here doing my job just like you, Coach Belichick. Please answer the question, sir. And And I would say, I'm going to ask the question again, sir. And then, he's going to...
At what point do you drop the sir?
Until they throw me out. They got to throw me out. But if they lost that first week back with Brady, it would be so beautiful. Yeah. It's the Patriot way. He's playing games with everybody. And Gronk, you know who could care less about your fantasy football team? Bill Belichick.
That's true.
You could have told us this guy. And what's his injury anyway? It's undisclosed injuries, but we a lot of people drafted him as a first-round pick. You could care less, right, Bill Belichick, about fantasy football? You don't care, right?
He does not care.
No, nothing matters.
So who owns Revis and Butthead? Is this the Stern League?
That's Delabonte.
So you beat Baba Booey this week.
Beat him bad. And he had beaten me 4 times in a row over the last 2 years.
But who's counting?
I beat the curse of the gorilla this year. Yesterday. It was so fantastic.
With Kirk Cousins, Melvin Gordon, even he had a fumble. Matt Jones had a good day. Julio Jones,
beautiful.
Everybody. Oh, yeah, I saw your tweet about that. We'll get to that in the next segment.
Team.
Amari Cooper, Mike Evans, I have him. Kelvin Benjamin, the Denver defense. Oh, my word.
Beautiful. I drafted them in the 13th round. I was ridiculed. I said, these guys won me a game 2 weeks ago with 21 points.
Who ridiculed you? Like Matt Berry?
All of them. Matthew. You got to call him Matthew Berry.
Okay.
We're on a peace tour. Matthew Berry and the whole story. They ridiculed me. And I said, so what are you going to do? You're drafting someone's cousin who's a friend of another friend in the 15th round? Because that's what I don't. See, Rich?
Yes.
I don't follow the trends in fantasy football. I set them. Okay? The Denver defense is going to start for me all season. They won me 2 games already.
Let's take a break. Michael Rapaport is here. When we come back, the most tweeted about play, according to Twitter, they give us this information exclusively for us to have announced. The most tweeted about play of week number 4 and the most retweeted NFL figure in Twitter, Michael Rapaport, who's on Twitter at Michael Rapaport. The podcast, I Am Rapaport stereo podcast, is a must listen. We're back with Michael Rapaport and the Twitter stats in just a minute here on The Rich Eisen Show. According to our friends at Twitter, the 75-yarder that gave him 300 yards on the spot at Julio Jones _11 was the most tweeted about player as well for the week. The Cowboys and the 49ers was the most tweeted about game of week number 4. This is all according to Twitter, which also let us know that the most retweeted tweet by an NFL figure of week number 4 actually occurred before any of the games went down. It's when J.J. Watt tweeted out his statement saying how he will be back. Adversity sucks. Your attitude doesn't. If it doesn't have to, I will be back. And then he tweeted out his statement to his fans. It was liked almost 29,000 times. That's a call according to Twitter. We'll put all of the information from Twitter on a video that will be on our app. We'll also tweet it out during Monday Night Football between the Vikings and my guest's favorite team, the New York Giants. Michael Rapaport, still here on The Rich Eisen Show. You tweeted out, you were part of the tweeting about this 300-yard.
So beautiful. Have you ever met Julio Jones?
Yes, he's like an avatar he's like a Navi from Avatar.
Can you tell him I love him? For what he did for me yesterday? Could you just put that out there? Like, I love him.
He's like 10 feet tall.
Is he really?
Incredible.
I love him. That was so beautiful the way he played. He's my first pick.
Well, I couldn't tell when you tweeted out this video. I will describe, radio audience, before we play it. A shirtless Michael Rapaport standing in front of his television after Julio Jones went for 3 bills for his fantasy team. Check it out.
Look at it. So beautiful. That's right.
Well, let me tell you something, Michael. As I told you, I have a wife and 3 children. I'm thrilled to do this as well as the NFL Network.
Yes.
When I am in the middle of a fantasy game and losing,
Yes.
I have to just at one point pause and say, regardless of the outcome here, I will still have my wife. I'll still have the 3 kids. I'll still have the gigs that I've got. Everything, when it's all said and done, will be okay. I have to give myself talk mentally.
You got to talk yourself through it.
I have to, because
so
it's
pathetic. And you're not playing high-stake leagues, right?
No. But it's the pride.
It's the pride. I totally understand.
On the line.
I totally understand. It's just I've fallen so deeply in love with fantasy football, and what it's made me do is fall so deeply in love. It's reinvigorated my love for the NFL.
No kidding.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's like, Will Fuller is a part of my life. He's been a part of my life since July. Tajay Sharp, who I couldn't pick out of a lineup. But he's a part of my life, but it's just across the board. Like even the teams that like the Patriots, I have Brady on one of my teams. Rich,
yes.
In the team that you're going to be facing a pissed off Tom Brady. But I picked Tom Brady just to screw with my own mentality.
Oh, so in 2 weeks, who do the Patriots play in 2 weeks? Is that the Cincinnati game? When they move on to Cincinnati?
I think you're right.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. It's you and me, baby.
That is going to be rough.
Now, would you like to give me your cell phone? Because I will
of course.
Collectively.
I want this.
Oh, I'll give it to you.
I'll
give it to you.
I do want it. I love the banter.
I'll give it to you all weekend.
And that's why I don't want, when I lose to certain people, one in particular, a buddy of mine calls me a monkey, a loser. I don't know why people pay you to talk for sports for a living. You know nothing. I mean,
I like that
that's
guy.
The sort of thing.
What's this guy's name?
Ajay Segal is his name.
I like
He's
that
the
guy.
worst, and he knows nothing about football, and he loves beating me because he's
about the
lucky
trash
SOB.
talk.
It is about that. And then, of course, there's tonight actual real football with the Giants and the Vikings.
Nervous.
Well, you should be. You should be, because the Cowboys look like they've got their quarterback for the future, and not only that, maybe for the present right now.
Yes.
With Wentz in front. I mean, you lose this game, you're looking up at 2 other teams in the NFC East here.
Yes,
tonight.
It's a tough game. They're tough defensively. Odell hasn't been struggling. But he hasn't been scoring. He hasn't been scoring. Last game was his best game. The running back position, it's
Darkwa tonight.
Yeah, Darkwa. So it's tough. And like I said, that Minnesota defense is no joke. They are no joke, and they're grooving offensively. Who would have thought that? Who would have thought that the Minnesota Vikings, after losing their quarterback, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the San Francisco 49ers, and even the LA, who would have thought that?
Well, with the Vikings, they're missing Peterson, they're missing their quarterback, they're missing Khalil, their left tackle.
Yeah.
They're now Sharif Floyd is out in the middle of their defensive line. They're not even playing their first-round draft pick, Laquan Treadwell, because he hasn't learned the playbook to their liking.
Right.
I mean, so they're doing it not even on all cylinders right now.
I know, and so they're going to keep, if Laquan Treadwell learns the playbook, he's another person that's been a part of my life since July with my mock drafting and my duress mock drafting.
What do you mean your duress mock drafting?
Well, because, you could mock draft up to a certain point, but then at a certain point, you need to duress mock draft. So what I would do during my mock drafting in fantasy football is I would go to the bathroom and then wait till I would be called. And then, if I'm not ready, you got to go out there and make a decision.
Situational. This is situational.
Duress mock drafting.
That's impressive.
Push-ups, air squats. They call you, you run. You got to. So you give yourself less time. So you're like, you could draft under any circumstances.
I've never heard that before.
I'm not playing games. I'm here to win, and it's all low stakes. One league I got into, and the crazy thing is, there's actual money to be won. It's the one that I care about the least, because I don't even know who the guys I'm playing. I barely know.
Yeah, that's no good.
Well, who am I going to talk to? I started talking crap to them. I don't even know who you are. I don't even know what you look like.
Okay. We're going to exchange information because I want. Oh,
I'm going to give it to you.
I want it. I like it. Michael Rapaport here on the Rich Eisen Show. I think I already know the answer to this, but I'm going to bring it up to the Chris Command Center as well. I saw this late last night while I was waiting and praying for the Travis Kelce touchdown that came.
Yeah.
On Sunday Night Football, they showed a promo for next week's Sunday Night Football game between Eli Manning and the Giants and the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers. They put up on the screen a shot of, in radio audience, there it is, of describing, it's the game, it's a promo for it, and it's a shot of Eli with a slight smile and Aaron Rodgers, all business.
Yes.
If you were a quarterback in the NFL and showed which facial expression would you choose when you put your image out there? Michael? Would you go with the slight, small smile like Eli? Or would you
I
go
wouldn't
all
do the
business?
slight, small smile like Eli. That's the first time I've ever seen a slight, small smile with Eli for as long as I've had a relationship with him. It's usually win, lose, or draw, that dumbfounded look like he doesn't know they could win the Super Bowl. He didn't have that when he won the Super Bowl. So I think Aaron Rodgers, I don't really like that look. I think it's kind of dated, but I'll go with Eli because he's my guy, although Aaron is my quarterback. See, this is the beauty of fantasy football.
Who are you've got in one league, you've got Kirk Cousins.
In my heart and soul league, Aaron Rodgers. Kirk Cousins played yesterday because Rodgers
on a bye.
Yes.
So
bye-bye Kirk Cousins.
He's history. He did well enough for you.
He did good. Maybe I'll keep him around. Maybe I won't. There's no feelings in fantasy football, Rich.
Which facial expression would you go with at the Chris Command Center?
All business.
Would you go all
Probably
business?
the all business one, yeah.
What does
Probably
it mean?
all
I'm
business.
smiling. It doesn't matter.
You don't care about
happy.
winning.
You kill with a smile.
I'm Eli Rodgers.
No, you just
No.
You let him think that you're not strong,
Yeah.
and then you come in with the dagger.
Speak softly and carry a big stick, Rich.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not what you're doing by laughing.
I'm speaking softly, but I carry the big stick. You just gave me my motto for my facial expression.
But that's not what your facial
See what
expression
I'm dealing with here, Michael?
No, so what's your face would be that face? Because
Yeah,
I'm
what
not
he's got
going to
right
back that face. That face that you have right now, that's not winning me any fantasy football championships or.
Well, I've never won, so that works out. Okay.
I love it. You're all about the fantasy football, man.
Well, hold on, though. So you guys play in 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You're both from New York.
Yes.
One's a Giants fan. One grew up a Jets fan.
Yes.
You gonna put any wager on this, like a Twitter avatar or
Oh
something?
yeah, no problem. Absolutely.
Like you
Yeah,
got to
but
switch
it's
to a
Twitter, we
Jets
got-
logo.
No. We got to do something better than that.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Okay.
out. You could let me know. We don't have to figure it out on the spot. This is live TV.
But our Twitter avatar is going to be on the line. Where
No problem.
You've got to change your Twitter avatar at Michael Rapaport.
Absolutely, Rich. I'm going to destroy you.
But
okay?
I mean,
it doesn't. We could do Twitter avatars. Oh, you have 3 kids. I'll send you 2 of mine. I'll take your 3. Are they
It's
little?
okay.
Are they small kids?
very small.
I like little kids. The big ones are a pain in the ass. And they get big. They start having opinions and ideas. 2 boys.
Okay.
With slight acne. It's ugly. You got girls?
I got a little girl at 3. She doesn't want to eat a thing.
I'll make her some pasta and some macaroni and cheese. She'll
No
come back
chance.
fattened up. Don't worry. I'll take care of her. I'm a great babysitter.
I don't know. Is that a win for me, or is what
Oh yeah, that's a huge
this a win for me?
The 2 Rapaport teenage boys.
That's
I
great.
don't know if that's a win, but we'll
huge
definitely our avatars are on the line.
Absolutely, no
Okay.
problem.
I love your podcast, man.
Thank you.
I am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Go ahead and download that right now.
Yes.
And we'll be chatting very shortly.
Absolutely, Rich.
Okay, Michael Rapaport
Thank you.
is here.
Thanks for having
right
me.
here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.